Replacing your own kitchen doors and drawer fronts is a very sort of straightforward job and a simple job for most people. The purpose of this video is to show you the most common mistakes that people make when replacing their kitchen doors. Probably the most common mistake people make is they forget to order all of the doors. And why do they forget to order them? Well, firstly, they don't make a plan, and secondly, they don't double check if they do make a plan to make sure that all of the doors are on the plan. I think the second mistake that people make is that they don't measure the doors twice, and as the old carpenter saying goes, measure twice, cut once. It really is worth measuring the doors twice and making sure that the measurements are the same as the measurements you've got on your plan. And then it's worth making sure that your hinge hole positions are measured on every single door. Don't just assume that the first door's hinge hole positions are going to apply to every door on the kitchen. It's worth also using standard size doors where possible. If you download our price list, you'll see what our standard door sizes are, and where possible use standard doors if you can. If it's within 1 or 2 millimeters of the sizes that you've got, it's going to be a cheaper option for you than having everything made to measure just for those few millimeters, but you decide what's most appropriate for you. It's important to think about replacing your hinges. If the hinges are falling off and your drawer boxes aren't running properly, now is the time to change, and it's going to be easier than doing it later on. It's also worth thinking about replacing the handles. Handles do not cost a lot, but they add a lot of value to the job. And when fitting your handles, always remember to drill from the front through to the back. And where possible, invest a few pounds and get a handle position drilling jig, and this will show you on every door where the handles need to go. It is worth also getting free colour swatches of our door finishes before you place your order. Magnolia, for example, you think you know what Magnolia looks like, you've had a paint chart of what Magnolia paint looks like, but it's worth getting a free colour swatch to make sure exactly what the colour is going to be. It's an actual swatch of the surface of the door so you can see exactly what it's going to look like in your home. Also, high gloss doors are supplied with a clear protective or a protective plastic film over the top, which can slightly alter the colour of the door when you look at it the first time. So when you look at when you open your door and you think, oh, it's not quite the colour I was expecting, make sure if it's high gloss, peel off the protective film to see the exact colour underneath. The other advice we'd give customers is firstly to open and check their order as soon as possible after it's arrived. Remove all the packaging, remove the protective film, have a look at everything, make sure it's all perfect, and then put your protective film back on if you've got any, put your corner protectors back on, and if you find anything damaged, and the reality of getting things that are damaged is actually very small, but it can happen, and it's always worth checking and reporting any damage to us within 2 days. You just need to send us a photograph of the damage. The final bit of advice I would give you is don't book your fitters. If you're having fitters to do the job for you, please don't book your fitters until you've received everything, you've got it and you've checked it. And I think most of the mistakes that people do make can be avoided. It can be turned into a very simple and straightforward job if you follow these few tips that we offer you. Hope you found that useful. If you have any unanswered questions, don't hesitate to drop us an email or give us a quick call.